Letting go. The secret medicine for a long life. They say in Japan, when your mind is calm, your body is calm. When your heart is light, your years are long. I used to think longevity came from diet, vitamins, or exercise routines. Then one autumn in Kyoto, I met a man who changed my mind completely. He was 96, with silver hair and a smile that felt younger than spring itself. Every morning he sat on the porch, sipping green tea while the maple leaves fell around him. When I asked for his secret to long life, he smiled softly and said, "It's simple. I don't hold grudges. My heart is empty enough for joy to visit." That single sentence hit me harder than any medical advice I'd ever heard. 1. The weight you carry, we carry too much. Too many regrets, too many expectations, too many wounds that we replay like an old song we refuse to stop listening to. Every grudge, every bitterness, every unhealed story, it all adds weight to the soul. We think time makes us tired. But no, it's not the years that exhaust us. It's the emotions we refuse to put down. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means finally deciding to stop bleeding over what's already cut you. It's not about forgetting the past. It's about no longer living inside it. And once you let go, something magical happens. Your breath deepens, your body softens, your heart beats slower. Not because it's weak, but because it's finally at peace. 2. The Japanese way, cleaning the heart. In Japan, every year before New Year's Eve, people practice something called osoji, the great cleaning. They clean their homes from corner to corner. But the wise ones also clean their hearts. They write letters to thank, to forgive, to release. Sometimes they burn them, not in anger, but as a symbol. The old pain turning into smoke, leaving space for new light. An elderly woman in Okinawa once told me, "I clean my heart every year. I forgive, so that spring can find room inside me again." It's a beautiful truth. The heart is like a home. If you don't take out the trash of yesterday, how will the breeze of tomorrow ever come in? 3. Acceptance, not amnesia. People think letting go means forgetting. It doesn't. Letting go means remembering without hurting. In Japan, they call it mono-no aware, the bittersweet awareness of impermanence, like cherry blossoms, beautiful because they don't last. The Japanese don't mourn when petals fall. They bow, smile, and whisper thank you. That's what acceptance looks like, grieving with grace, loving with detachment, and moving on without bitterness. Every old man and woman I've met who lived beyond 90 shared one quiet quality. Their eyes were gentle, as if they had made peace with everything that once broke them. 4. Calm mind, healthy body. Science has caught up to what monks have known for centuries. Studies from Tokyo University show that people who practice daily calm rituals, meditation, journaling, slow tea, live up to 10 years longer than those who dwell in anger or worry. The body listens to the mind. When the mind screams, the body tenses. When the mind rests, the body heals. Letting go is not spiritual poetry. It's biological truth. Peace literally slows down your aging. When your mind is at war, every cell in your body is fighting too. When your mind is still, your body finally exhales. That's why I say, letting go isn't weakness, it's medicine. 5. Stop comparing. Start living. One of the most toxic habits modern people have is comparison. We measure our worth by the next person's success, their youth, their fortune, their beauty. But the soul doesn't bloom under comparison. In a Zen garden, no flower competes. The cherry tree doesn't envy the pine, and the pine doesn't hate the moss. Each grows in its own rhythm, under the same sun. There's a Japanese saying, "Every flower blooms in its own season." When you truly understand that, peace finds you, because you stop chasing other people's timelines and start walking your own, and that's when life starts to feel longer, deeper, and lighter. 6. Forgive yourself. True forgiveness often feels easier when it's about others. But what about forgiving yourself? That's where true longevity begins. We replay our mistakes, our failures, our bad choices. We punish ourselves far longer than anyone else ever could. But if you can look at your younger self, the one who didn't know better, who stumbled, fell, and learned the hard way, and say, "I forgive you. You did your best with what you knew," then something inside you unclenches. The moment you forgive yourself, your body stops carrying that silent guilt, and in that moment you start healing, from the inside out. 7. Flow like a leaf. One morning, the old man in Kyoto said to me, "Be like a leaf. When the wind blows, dance. When it's still, rest." At first I thought he meant to surrender. But no, he meant to flow with life, not against it. Western culture often glorifies control, the idea that we can shape everything. But the truth is, the more we cling, the more we suffer. The river doesn't argue with the rock, it flows around it. That's how it stays alive. Soft doesn't mean weak. In nature, the softest things endure the longest. Water, air, light, time. The same is true for us. The softer your heart, the longer your soul breathes. 8. Letting go isn't losing. When people hear let go, they often think give up. But the opposite is true. Letting go is an act of courage, to trust that life continues, that peace is possible without control, that not every story needs a perfect ending. When you stop holding on to what's gone, your hands finally open to what's next. That's not loss. That's freedom. And freedom, in the heart, in the mind, that's what keeps you alive. 9. A long life is a light life. I've seen people who are 40 but feel 90 because they've filled their souls with too much noise, anger, and chasing. And I've seen people in their 90s laugh like children. The difference isn't years, it's weight. The lighter your heart, the longer your journey feels. So don't chase more years. Chase more peace. Chase moments that slow your pulse, not speed it. That's where longevity truly hides, not in time, but in tranquility. 10. The gentle ending. When I left Kyoto, I asked the old man one last question. "What do you think is the meaning of a long life?" He smiled, eyes half closed, and said, "A long life is not about living many days. It's about having enough quiet days to finally understand what living means." Since then, I've tried to live like that. Less grasping, more breathing. Less talking, more listening. Less noise, more stillness. And maybe that's the final secret. You don't live longer by adding years. You live longer by subtracting burdens. Because when your heart is light, life, somehow, stretches further. That's the secret medicine, my friend. Not in the pills, not in the diets, but in the courage to unclench your soul, to smile, and to finally say, "It's okay. I let it go."